Hi guys, Dr. YouTube here. Like and subscribe to my channel. Go check out Angel of Apocalypse. But I want you guys to check this out because I'm telling you some stuff's happening, guys. We had an earthquake in Tucson. Read that. On the 25th. That was the day before yesterday. 6.3, guys.
Scale affected areas on the north coast of Morocco and the south of Spain in the early hours of Monday morning. The epicenter of the quake, which happened at 4:22 a.m. local time, was in the Mediterranean Sea between Spain and Morocco, and by 8 a.m. a total of 9 aftershocks have been registered, the strongest of which measured 4.5 on the Richter scale. The quake was felt in Spanish cities. The effects were mostly noted in the Spanish enclave of Melilla, where hundreds of people took to the street for fear of their homes collapsing. There have been no reported victims of the quake, which happened at a depth of 10 kilometers. Although substantial material damage was caused in Melilla, where cracks in buildings and parts of facades and balconies have collapsed. Authorities in the city have decided to keep schools and colleges closed in order to carry out safety checks.
Experiencing extreme weather as well. People are struggling with heavy snow and rain. CCTV's Mikhail Bardaviv has the story.
Since the beginning of January, sporadic storms have covered many places across Turkey in snow. Though the sight is beautiful, the effects were harsh. Schools were shut down for several days. Business people experienced difficulty reaching their offices. Hundreds of flights were cancelled during the last few weeks, and many were stranded at the Atatürk airport in Istanbul due to delays and last-minute cancellations. The government issued warnings stating snowfall is expected to continue until January 25th. Many businesses were hit by the weather.
Since the beginning of the new year, with the snow, our business has dropped 50%. If we had a roof for our customers, it would be better. But with no roof, we are badly affected.
Contrary to most industries in Turkey, there was one trade that was positively affected by the heavy snowfall, as many in Turkey were unable to take their car out due to frosty roads and dangerous traffic, and that was taxi services.
Those people were nervous. They were afraid to drive. We had plenty of business. But we are prepared. We have snow tires, no tire chains, so we are not affected.
Yet despite salting efforts to clear roads by municipalities, those who did drive during extreme conditions suffered long hours of traffic, and some faced the almost inevitable crashes. Multi-vehicle collisions and sliding cars were a common scene on major highways. Dozens were injured in traffic accidents across the country in cities including Istanbul and the capital, Ankara. Though temperatures are on the rise, meteorologists have warned people to take extra safety precautions during the next few days. Mikhail Bardaviv.
In the depths of a chilly winter in the northern hemisphere, it's hard to imagine, but there's actually too much sunshine for many in summertime South America. More precisely, it's ultraviolet radiation that's reaching dangerous levels in parts of Chile, Bolivia, and Peru. CCTV's Dan Collins reports from Lima.
Spare a thought for those hitting the beach in Peru's coastal capital. While they're enjoying the summer sunshine, many are unaware that they're being exposed to some of the world's strongest ultraviolet radiation. Orlando Cora from Peru's Meteorological Institute is measuring just how strong those UV rays are.
In the capital, we're measuring level 12 for ultraviolet radiation, which is very high and a health risk, and that's in spite of the overcast skies.
Just to be clear, according to the UV index, any score of 11 or more indicates extreme levels of ultraviolet radiation to be avoided entirely.
I didn't know the UV radiation was so strong. I don't like wearing hats on the beach, so we'll have to be more sunblock.
But in this city by the sea, persuading people to steer clear of the beach is no easy task.
It's impossible for us to change. We're not interested in or worried about the damage. The authorities have failed to warn us about the dangers.
While vendors sell sunblock and some are making sure their kids have it on, medical advice says that's not enough protection from the midday sun.
According to doctors, people at this time of day in Lima should be using wide-brim hats, sunglasses, long-sleeve shirts, and factor 50 sunblock. It will come as no surprise to know that I'm probably the only person on this beach, with the exception of my short-sleeve shirt, who's following those recommendations.
The authorities don't want to ruin anyone's summer fun, but they are warning parents to keep children inside between the peak hours of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Exposure to excessive UV radiation can cause serious health problems, from premature aging to cataracts and skin cancer. There's no hard data on the incidence of skin cancer in Peru, but doctors say cases are on the rise, especially in the young.
Why is there an increase in the number of cases of young people? 1, because of the depletion of the ozone layer. 2, because there's more ultraviolet radiation. And 3, because there's much more prolonged exposure to that UV radiation from a young age.
Add Peru's subtropical latitude and this year's El Nino weather phenomenon, and there's a perfect storm for dangerous UV radiation levels, particularly at altitude, where UV index measurements are peaking